All right, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of No Jumper's very own Adam22 going on record talking about No Jumper is going broke. $0, right? He even went as far as saying he's selling his $4 million building that he recently bought in 2020. If you guys recall, he bought a building in 2020, upgraded, and bought a big studio, right? Smack in the San Fernando Valley, if I'm not mistaken, right? Uh, and now he says he's gonna downsize. He's getting rid of employees. He's moving to a smaller spot. He even said that he might sell his Melrose store where he sells clothing. That's right, in L.A. Right. Now, look, I didn't watch all of it. I watched a piece of it this morning, and I thought it'd be a good video to react to. So we're going to watch it together. But before we do, today is Wednesday. All right, today is Wednesday. Salute to everybody out there. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a comment. We go live every day. We drop content every day. We are a working podcast, a working page, right? The website's up here for the merch. Boom. If you ordered, everything's been sent out. If not, it's on its way out. Other than that, look, really quick before we press play on this video, recently some underground rapper dissed the Hater World, and we responded, and now you got everybody in their feelings crying, talking about leave the little kid alone, talking about support each other, do this, do that. But when we were showing love and supporting, we weren't getting no good comments. You know what I mean? So it's a lose. You can't win, you can't lose. You can't win. It's always gonna be a lost situation, right? Now look, very simple. These people wanna act like gangsters, and then when you get gangster on them, they want to act like victims. Now they got the victim mentality. Well, I'm a youngster. Well, why don't you leave the kid alone? Well, is it okay for that kid to disrespect the OGs? And then when we say something back, we're wrong? Man, get it. Listen, get out of here with that victim mentality, homie. And you know what? I might do a reaction to that. If you guys want to see a reaction on the Donuts Man, leave it down below in the comments. All right, to all you new watchers, if you don't know who the Donut Man is, go watch the previous videos. You'll see a headline with donuts in it. All right. Other than that, let's watch this video. Let's see what Adam22 got to say. We will be live tonight. Around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. for 1 hour. So pull up when I go live, right? Other than that, go follow Hater World Clips. That's where we uploading all the clips, and go follow the official Blue Devil. That's where we uploading all the content. All right, well, no further ado, let's see what the White Devil got to say.
There's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely...
That's funny. I remember we watched that live. I remember legendary Sage, salute to Sage. She hit me up like, hey, they're fighting on No Jumper right now. I was sitting right here. I used to do a podcast in this room. And we tuned into that and we watched it live. That was a crazy episode. I like that setup too. That setup's tight. That setup is dope right there.
The channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but
All right, so look, what he's saying basically is this: ups and downs, bro. Ups and downs. You have good days, you have bad days. The company goes from doing big numbers to doing bad numbers, and that's normal, even for us, bro. Look at, we used to hit like 1.5 million every month, and it's gone down to like 750. And we're small compared to this fool hitting 25 million, but it's just for our genre, hitting 1.5 million is a lot. We hit that for like a year and a half straight, and then now it's dropped to like 750, 600, 800. Like, it varies, but I think it's like that for everybody, because you go look at some of these big platforms, and their numbers are also bam. It seems like YouTube takes favoritism in those that it can monetize better than others. So let me explain what that means. Why monetize Hater World full of bad words and drama when we can monetize and send these commercials to Mr. Beast, right? Because YouTube, the way it works is this. All right, people pay for ads, people pay for commercials. So you got somebody that owns a business, Walmart. I'm Walmart, right? I hit up YouTube. Hey, I want to post my commercials on your YouTube platform. This is how much money I'm spending. I'm spending 5 million every year. Here you go, YouTube. Now YouTube, what it does, it puts those Walmart commercials on the videos or on the pages that are mostly ad friendly. What that means, that if you're talking about kid toys, if you're talking about family, if you're talking about friendly stuff, it's gonna give you those commercials because you're a page that not only gets a lot of traction, but you're friendly for the watchers. Now, if all you're talking about is cholotes, level 10s, if you're talking about little rappers from Northern California that think they're going viral when they're really not, or you're talking about fools getting their donuts taken in prison, YouTube looks at that and is like, man, I'm going to give you the leftover commercials. I'm going to go put these big ones over here with the people that are actually friendly, right? Mr. Beast and all them weird vloggers that are doing all the, crazy stuff, but PG-13 stuff, right? So we get the leftover ads, and No Jumper's the same way. There's just built off drama, gangs, violence, all that. So YouTube, by them not putting the commercial on your page, now slowly your page stop being recommended. People stop being alerted. People aren't watching as much because YouTube is not promoting your page, so forth and so forth. So yeah, I think everybody done took a loss. I think a lot of pages done took a loss. That's why when people be like, "Oh, your numbers are low, Blue Devil," yeah, they are. Everyone's numbers are low, but you know what though? I will tell you like this, and I told the homie this morning when I watched this video, I go, "Look, fool, this is the perfect time you gotta," and this is a message for everybody. This is the perfect time where you gotta grind harder, and I'll tell you why. Because when the smoke clears, right, and everybody done falls off because they couldn't make no money, and you're still here, you're gonna be at the top spot, my boy. So right now you got all the little YouTubers running wild, scared, they can't make no money. Man, this ain't even worth it. I'm done. It's just a headache. I don't want these problems. I gotta deal with these people dissing me. Plus we ain't making no money. I'd rather just go to work. So when all those people that were not meant to be here fall off, and the smoke clears, and Hater World is still here because I'm a hustler and I'm able to make money through other streams of revenue and able to put it back towards the company, even though the company might not be making a lot of money. Check this out, dog. We playing the long game. That's what we doing. We playing the long game. Meanwhile, fools got to go to work to support themselves, which is cool. It's nothing wrong with that. You could, us, I want to say, I don't want to even say us, but I could say me. I'm a hustler, baby. I'll find a way to get it. And so when the smoke clears, we still gonna be here. But I have had thoughts too, like damn, dog, like I just go back to where it was just me, nobody else. It's just me sitting right here, right there. You know, but I'm trying to build some for the homies, for other people. And we don't get the love we supposed to, but it's all good though. We ain't tripping. That's why it's called the hater world. Now let's go back to see what Adam got to say.
We were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced two major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no luck getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet.
Damn.
We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested, we aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now.
I will tell you this. You know what I come to notice? All these platforms work together. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They all work together, right? I don't know if all of them, but I know YouTube and Instagram work together. I'll tell you why. When HaterWorld's YouTube started going down in numbers, and people weren't being recommended the channel, and people weren't being notified that we were live, or notified that the video, there's a new video, because when you drop a new video, everybody that hit the bell button is notified. 90% of the people that hit the bell button will tell me, "Hey, fool, we're not being notified. We're not being notified," right? And so when I noticed the drop on the YouTube, I noticed the drop on the Instagram. And I'm like, how could it be? I get YouTube, but how did my Instagram go from popping to not popping? It's just out of nowhere. I don't know. We're getting like 2 million views on Instagram on the media page, and it's just stopped. And then my Blue Devil Instagram, we were hitting I was hitting like a mil, maybe like 900 to a mil, stopped. Along with YouTube. So listen, dog, I think somehow, they figured out a way to where if they're not trying to give you traction on YouTube, you're not getting traction anywhere else. The way that you're able to block somebody on Instagram and it blocks any account that they make in the future, I think that's the way that YouTube and Instagram work together collectively.
Side note, if you're a Meta rep, please DM me. I would love to speak to anyone who could help with this. And second, in addition to that, we have been hit with a bullshit lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion. It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin air and cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper. His streaming career has completely tanked, and he even got kicked off the podcast that he left No Jumper to start. But somehow, that's our reality, and we have to fight this.
So when you got a business, dog, anybody can sue you. Anybody. So, when I see people in the chat, like there's this guy, I don't know his name. I don't care. I just see him everywhere on everyone's comments talking about Blue Devil was sued before. Go look this up. Blue Devil was sued. One day I was sitting there and I'm like, let me go check this out. Because I remember I was like sued once or something like a long time ago, right? So let me go look. And I go and I look and it says, if you go and you pay attention to the thing, and at the bottom it says, what do they call that? Not they say terminated, dismissed. It said dismissed or case incomplete. I don't know, but nothing came of it, right? But when you have a business, anybody can sue you, bro. Somebody can be walking by outside, slip and fall, and it's your fault. Somebody could come into your store and not like the way you looked at them. Oh, sexual harassment, or whatever it might be. Anybody can be sued at any time. And look, when you own a business or you work at a business or you're part of some kind of like, you know, family business, homie, whatever it might be, dog, it can happen. And most likely it will happen. You know, in business, if you ain't failed, I don't want to work with you. For me, I like to work with the people that have failed before because I know that they don't want to fail no more, right? You know, and the thing is to learn from your mistakes. If you did something wrong in the past and it didn't work, the plan is to figure it out how to move forward and be better and be better. You know, most people that never been sued don't know what it feels like to own a business, have a business, or even run a business. So you have no space to be speaking on anything but your 9 to 5 job. You know, but that's the way it is, dog. In business, you can't satisfy everybody. You won't satisfy everybody, and you can't even try to satisfy everybody. It's not gonna work. So Adam going through this, I understand. I fully understand, and I know what it feels like. Now, not to the extent that he's going through it with millions of dollars, but it's just the fact that you got to deal with bullshit, with drama, you know, and still have to read these dummies on the text trying to discredit you and expose you. But it's like, you exposing me for running a business while you had a job? Fool, get out of here. Get out of here.
rather than just give in to this piece of shit. So as a result of all these circumstances, we are making some changes. Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose, and we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space. To be honest, aside from the layoffs, which
Wait. He closed his store on Melrose and he's getting rid of his building. Now, look, this is something that I spoke with the homie this morning. I go, look, fool, I remember when I started the YouTube, when I moved into this building, right? I already had another building somewhere else. So it wasn't like I went from my garage or my house to here. No, I've been having a building for the longest. I just moved here because I didn't want to continue where I was at, for the simple fact that now I'm a public guy and now people see me everywhere and they might be like, oh, that's the guy that I know from over there, so let's pull up and say what's up. I didn't want that. So I said, let me move to a new spot, right? So look, this was the goal and it worked. I said, let me get rid of all my expenses, right? I had a brand new whip, got rid of it, right? I gave it to my little homie. I go, here, fool, just continue to pay it. You can have it. Boom. You don't got to pay me nothing. He didn't give me a down payment. He didn't give me all the years that I spent paying it. I was just trying to get rid of all my bills. I gave him the whip, right? I got rid of all the phones that I had. I had like 3 phones. I cut them all. I got the cheapest phone that I could get. Boom. What else did I do? I got rid of everything that was extra, bro. Everything that was extra that you don't need. Whatever you have, bro. You know, whether it's a Netflix, a Hulu, whatever it is that you don't need, I got rid of everything, dog. I had 0 bills, dog. All I had when I started here at the beginning was the insurance, the rent, and the utilities, right? And even the utilities, I was able to figure out a way to knock some off, right? So for the most part, I had no car, I had no this, I had no that, blah, blah, blah. And oh my God, dog, not only was it beautiful, but it allows you to focus now on creating content, because now you don't have to worry about all these extra bills. Now it's like, let me just create. Going crazy, right? But then you start seeing your numbers go up, you start making a lot of money. Now let me expand, let me bring people on, let me hire people, let me build other sets, you know. You got Digger calling me. I'll hit him right now. Now you're building other sets, now you're doing a bunch of other things, because now you're trying to like build something for the future and to help people out. But then what happens? You get a lot of people that don't want to see you succeed because it's not them, right? Or in our culture, our genre, the homies, right? we get a lot of fools that feel like they done more prison time, they're more gangster, they're more this, they're more that. So they don't support, the people around them don't support, so forth and so forth. And before you know it, your shit starts looking more like, you know, even though the streets support you, your homies, but the internet is what really matters, right? So by Adam selling his building and downsizing, that's a great move. That's a great move. It's a business move. It's something that he feels has to be done. I don't think anything less of him. I don't think he's broke by any means necessary. I feel that he's trying to keep his riches. I feel he's trying to find a way to make more money in the podcast game and spend less, right? The goal is to spend less and make more. The other day, somebody said, "Hey, why do you think these record labels are signing these whack ass artists, right? The ones that the Donut Man and the other little kids that are throwing up gang signs and boom, 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 and all this crazy shit, right?" And I said, "Fool, you gotta buy low and sell high." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Fool, listen, dog. You get these kids while they have nothing, and they looking at your label like they hit a gold mine, right? You don't gotta give them no money. Just give them the studio, to point the phone at them, throw a couple of bucks here and there, so they sign. And then when they do the hard work, the youngsters, right? When they do the hard work, and then they start glowing up, then you're looking at it like, hey, you're signed to me, Playboy. Now I either can go sell you to a big record company, or we can make money together. Now I'm interested. But at first, I wasn't interested. I just pushed it to the side, signed you to get you to make sure you're on my team if you do blow up. And if you don't blow up, then goodbye. So you buy low and you sell high. That is the goal. So by Adam doing that, basically is saying, let me pay very little and get the most out of that situation and make the most money. That's beautiful. That's why these other fools that are in their closets, that are in their little mom's basement, when they used to say, I'm in my mom's basement, but you can clearly see I'm not, right? But all these fools that are in the closets making videos, that's why them fools got big numbers, bro. Because they don't have to worry about nothing. All they do is sit in that corner, press that button, and talk their shit. And they don't have to come outside, go see nobody, worry about a guest, worry about this, worry about that. They don't got to do none of that. That's why them fools got the biggest numbers, bro. They don't got to do nothing. Every time that I have to fill up that stupid fridge in the back, it's at least 120 bones. And every time I got a guest, I got to fill that shit up. So you got to imagine, that's three times a week. And these fools that are doing it in their closet, they don't got to do anything. All they do is press a button, run their mouth, and talk about everybody else and their mama, and they don't do nothing. How you going to disrespect me when I'm actually doing something to further other people's careers, and you're just sitting in your closet talking about my numbers? You should be ashamed of yourself, homie. But I totally understand where Adam is coming from. Salute to him.
Sucked. I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business. Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, shit, I'm not $2 million in debt, and I never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Rell. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create a...
Hey, he said that DJ Vlad told him to keep his overhead low. Hey, listen. Shout out to Camp Capone. Listen, he's a smart man. Who was it? I think it was Whack 100 that came out and said that that Camp Capone was in a house, nice house, but there was a back house, and the back house, it was just like a little house and a little window, and you go and sit there. All it has is a backdrop and a chair. There's nothing fancy. And he even went as far as saying, like, behind Camp Capone, there's a little window, and he'll ask you, like, hey, you want a drink? Yeah, give me a Coke. And he'll literally turn around and scream out the window, and somebody will stick their hand out and give him a Coke. That's because he's probably at his house or somebody's house, and he got a backside spot. He don't get in drama. He don't get in politics. He don't have to worry about nobody blasting up his pad. He's asking you questions, keeping it professional, and making the most money. That's a smart man, dog. That is a smart man. Salute to Cam Capone. If that's true, I don't know. But Adam also said he got plug talk. That's different from No Jumper. These people keep their businesses separate, and if one fails, get rid of it and continue with the rest.
As much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense. It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years, and it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret. So I know what you're thinking, what can you do to help? Well,
Right.
I do have...
So look, right there, he goes into promoting his business. He starts saying to subscribe to his channel, become a member, follow the Patreon, buy a post for Instagram. So hey, listen, go support No Jumper. Listen, no matter how much you like the man or you dislike the man, he has gave us great content over the years, and you gotta respect that. At the end of the day, I say the same thing. You don't have to like me. I don't care if you like me, dislike me. I don't care. But respect us, Hater World, for giving you guys content. Okay, we have gave you great content for the last 3 years, homie. Whether it's good or bad, we've actually done a lot of great. We've put a lot of people in the forefront. We've introduced new people to the culture. We have done great interviews, great podcasts. You don't have no idea. I'll tell you like this, El Jilguero, right? El Original de la Sierra, his brother, he came here and he did a podcast. He was roommates with Peso Pluma right before he blew up. Well, El Jilguero tells me all the time, hey fool, I appreciate you for having me on your pod. You really helped me out. You gave me traction again. When you took me on your pod, a lot of other people started reaching out saying they saw your pod, and now I'm getting booked all over the place. You're always retagging me, reposting me. You helped me out a shitload. Hey homie, to me, that's big. That's big because I used to listen to this guy, and to help him get his career back where it's supposed to be, to me that's big. We had Little Vibes sitting here telling us that we put her on. Salute to her. She's doing numbers and so forth and so forth. And it's not like we sitting here asking you to give us the credit. We don't care. But respect the fact that we have gave you guys a gang of entertainment, bro. I've said this before. Picture the YouTube within our culture with no Hater World. Yeah. What you gonna go watch? And I'm talking about within our culture, not anybody else. With that being said, salute to No Jumper. Hopefully they get out of this trouble that they're in. I don't think they're in trouble. I think Adam's a very smart man. Salute to the squad. Salute to all the new watchers. If you're a new watcher, make sure you subscribe, become part of the squad, hit that like button. Don't be a recurring watcher. And with that being said, make sure you subscribe to Hater World Clips. Make sure you subscribe to the official Blue Devil, and make sure you subscribe right here, the Hater World. Oh, and I'm working on a new intro and outro. Time to step it up. All right, 2025, we're going to hit 100,000. All right. With that being said, salute to everybody. Blue Devil, and we out.